London, the Chinese ambassador to Britain has been banned from attending an event in the country's parliament because Beijing imposed sanctions earlier this year on lawmakers who highlighted alleged human rights abuses in Xinjiang. China imposed the sanctions on 9 British politicians, lawyers and an academic in March for spreading what it said were lies and disinformation over the treatment of Uyghur Muslims in the country's far west. Lindsay Hoare, the Speaker of the House of Commons, and John McFall, the Speaker of the House of Lords, stepped in to prevent Zhang Zhigong from speaking at an event in Parliament. I regularly hold meetings with ambassadors from across the world to establish enduring ties between countries and parliamentarians, Hoare said. But I do not feel it's appropriate for the ambassador for China to meet on the Commons estate and in our place of work when his country has imposed sanctions against some of our members. Hoare said he was not banning the Chinese ambassador permanently, but only while the sanctions remained in place. Richard Graham, chairman of the All-Party Parliamentary China Group, had given an invitation to Zhigong during the summer, the Daily Telegraph said. Graham and the Chinese embassy did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The All-Party Parliamentary China Group declined to comment. Parallel sanctions. China sanctioned 5 British lawmakers, including former Conservative Party leader Ian Duncan Smith and Tom Tugendhat, the chairman of Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee. The targeted individuals and their immediate family members are prohibited from entering Chinese territory, and Chinese citizens and institutions are prohibited from doing business with them. China imposed the sanctions after Britain, the United States, the European Union and Canada imposed parallel sanctions on senior Chinese officials accused of the Massachusetts internment of Uyghurs in Xinjiang. Tim Loughton, a conservative politician targeted by the sanctions, welcomed the decision to bar the ambassador from the event. He said China could not think they can shut down free speech by parliamentarians in a democracy. At the time the sanctions were imposed, Britain condemned the move as an attempt by Beijing to stifle criticism, with Prime Minister Boris Johnson saying he stood in solidarity with those affected. London and Beijing have been trading angry words over a range of issues, including China's reforms in former British colony Hong Kong and China's trade policy. Activists and human rights experts say at least 1 million Muslims have been detained in camps in Xinjiang. The activists and some Western politicians accuse China of using torture, forced labor and sterilizations. Adblock test. Why?